If you are a man who's shy around women, you've probably asked yourself the same frustrating question more than once: why can I talk confidently to everyone else, but the moment a beautiful woman steps into the room, I suddenly don't know what to say? You begin analyzing every sentence before it leaves your mouth, worrying that one wrong word will make a bad impression. Later, you replay the interaction repeatedly, thinking about what you should have said instead. It's easy to assume that everyone else was simply born with confidence while you were not. However, psychology paints a much different picture. In many cases, shyness around women has nothing to do with weakness or poor social skills. Instead, it often reflects how your brain reacts when it believes a situation carries emotional importance. So, if this sounds like you, this video is for you. Let's take a look at your psychology. The first thing you should know is that your brain doesn't treat every social interaction equally. Chatting with a cashier, a colleague, or a close friend usually feels comfortable because very little seems to be at risk. Speaking with someone you're romantically interested in is different. Your mind immediately labels the interaction as significant. Within moments, it starts considering countless possibilities: rejection, embarrassment, missed chances, and the desire to make a strong first impression. Before you've even exchanged a few words, your imagination has already created multiple scenarios. Because of this, your body often reacts before you're even aware of your thoughts. Your heartbeat speeds up, your hands may feel tense or sweaty, your voice becomes less steady, and you're suddenly conscious of every movement, every glance, and every sentence. These reactions don't mean you're incapable of talking to women. They simply show that your nervous system has recognized the situation as emotionally meaningful. One of the biggest reasons this happens is fear of rejection. Humans naturally seek acceptance from others, and romantic rejection can feel especially painful because the brain often interprets it as something deeper than a lack of mutual interest. Rather than hearing, "This person isn't interested," your emotional mind may incorrectly conclude, "There's something wrong with me." Although those two ideas are completely different, emotions often blur the distinction. Another common habit is trying too hard to find the perfect words. Before speaking, your mind quickly evaluates every sentence, asking questions like, "Will this sound strange? Will she think I'm boring? What if I make a fool of myself?" While you're busy editing yourself internally, the conversation continues without you. Ironically, the harder you work to avoid awkward moments, the more likely those moments become. Psychologists describe this pattern as self-focused attention. Instead of concentrating on the other person and enjoying the interaction, your attention turns inward. You become so occupied with monitoring your own behavior that you have far less mental energy available to connect naturally with the conversation. Another interesting pattern is that you may unintentionally place attractive women on a pedestal. Rather than seeing them as ordinary people who have insecurities, awkward moments, and difficult days just like everyone else, your mind begins to see them as somehow superior. The instant that happens, the interaction no longer feels balanced. Instead of speaking with another person, it feels as though you're being evaluated by someone whose opinion carries far too much weight. It's also common to measure yourself against other men. You may notice someone who seems effortlessly charming, funny, or relaxed around women and assume confidence has always come naturally to him. What often goes unnoticed are the countless uncomfortable conversations, embarrassing moments, and rejections he likely experienced before reaching that level of comfort. Comparing your private doubts to someone else's polished public image creates an unfair standard that leaves you feeling inadequate. Many shy men are naturally observant. They notice subtle shifts in facial expressions, tone of voice, pauses, and body language that most people never pick up on. While this heightened awareness can eventually become a strength, helping them communicate with empathy and understanding, it also has a downside. Their minds constantly scan for signs that something has gone wrong. A brief glance away may be interpreted as boredom. A short pause before a reply can feel like proof that they said something inappropriate. Instead of waiting for real evidence, the mind fills in the gaps with negative assumptions, turning ordinary moments into imagined problems. What's interesting is that many shy men become engaging and enjoyable conversationalists once they feel comfortable. After spending time with someone, they relax, laugh more easily, and allow their true personality to emerge. This suggests the issue isn't a lack of character or social ability. The real challenge lies in those first few moments, when the brain is still deciding whether the situation feels emotionally safe. Another widespread misconception is that shy men lack depth or personality. In reality, many are thoughtful, compassionate, loyal, and highly reflective. They simply require more time before they feel secure enough to reveal those qualities. The quietest person in the room may possess the richest inner world, they just don't feel the need to share it with everyone they meet.